Is MOTUSday officially back? Mattel released their fall, spring, and summer lineup of MOTU Origins and Masterverse figures, so join us as we review the massive drop right now on Toy Habits Live. And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat. Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching a special edition of Toy Habits Live. Oh my god, Michael, what a day. So much MOTU news. Don't even know where to begin.
I know, right? Yeah, this reminds me of their March 2021 drop where they just dumped a bunch of figures on us, but at least they stretched it out during that week. But today they just dropped them all at once.
They dropped them all at once, but at least most of them were ones we already seen.
Yes.
Right? So that helped. It wasn't like this past March when we got 30 figures in one morning that nearly killed us. And I was so sick with the cold. I don't know how I survived that. But I'm glad it wasn't that bad.
No, I'm not either. And all of the stuff looks great. And I have a feeling that we'll probably see maybe some of these figures at New York Comic-Con coming up. I think it's like the 12th to the 15th of October. So hopefully we can see these soon.
Absolutely. I'm super excited. And it looks like we have a whole bunch of people hopping in the chat. So let's go ahead and say hi to all of them.
Sounds good.
And then we can dive into all of this awesome MOTU news.
Wee-hoo.
All right. We got crew member Giraffe. Crew member Figurine Speaking is here. Ken from Toy Connections is here too. And I was actually doing something for Ken just before the stream.
Cheers, Ken.
How's it going, Ken? We also got on RU83 in the house. Sonic Bada Boom Productions is here. Danny Valley is also here. Crew member, awesome crew member. Dan Diego, our awesome crew member, is here. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Good to see you. True 79, another crew member, is in the house. Extendor is here. All Music Fan 88's here. Chris Kenny is here. And Allison Troy, another crew member, Retro Toy Princess, is in the house. We got Nolan here. Javier Rios. D. Griff, another new crew member, is in the house. Rabbit McGaffin is here, another new crew member. Also, Snell's World, right hand of Skeletor. JMax77 crew member is here. Silver K, smack that like, y'all. Great crew member is in the house. How's it going, Silver K? Danny Phillips, great to see you, Danny. And incredible crew member Joe Coleman, which I'm trying to show his. Why can't I click on Joe's name? It's stuck. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Can you get that, Michael?
Yes, I can.
Joe Coleman's here. I'm going to give Joe a real quick shout out because he actually helped score me the Rulers of the Sun. In fact, Joe, it just came this afternoon. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Joe, I love it. This is just a super cool pack. So I just want to give Joe a huge shout out. And of course, we have our ever so famous Daniel Hurren with a $2 super chat. Would it be the same without Daniel? How's it going? Why is Torsos not wearing a hat? Because I just, I don't know. I combed my hair different today. I still got to go get my hair done. So when I'm wearing a hat, it's because I don't feel like fixing my hair.
Inquiring minds, I
know. Rob 2023 crew member is in the house. And we got Toy Box Nostalgia and so many more. Jeremy Cole, Norway director, and I think I'll probably cut it off there because we got so many people here. Mitch Blooms, Helder Santos. I think I got everybody. Paints Toy Sample, another great crew member. Cobweb Collector is also here, and I think I'll cut it off there because we just got so many people joining. We want to dive into all of this incredible news. For all of you that I didn't get your name popped up there, thank you for joining, and we can't wait to talk all this awesome MOTU news with you guys. Not only did we get an incredible drop this morning, but Michael, you and I have been covering a ton of MOTU news the last couple of days.
Yes, yeah, we've been putting out reviews for the cartoon collection figs and some of the Masterverse figures. If you haven't checked those out, they are on both places this time, YouTube and our website. So yeah, we've been super busy covering all of that, plus all of the other toy news. But the reviews are fun.
Yes, they are. And I'm kind of laughing because on Saturday we had our live stream and we all played a little trick on you guys. And Michael and I completely ignored the fact, and this was not an optical illusion, that I had the 2 cartoon collection figures right behind me and brand new Trapjaw and brand new Man at Arms. But we didn't say a word because we were planning to drop these awesome reviews for you guys. And it's hilarious because we got a whole bunch of comments. Like, wait, you guys are talking about those figures, but aren't they sitting behind the sorceress? Anyway, we thought it was kind of fun. But check out, Michael did some awesome YouTube video reviews on all 4 figures. They're on our on our YouTube channel. Check them out. Really, really great reviews. And then we have some still image reviews on the Masterverse figures that Michael did an awesome job, and I covered the cartoon collection. So be sure to check those out. And before we keep going, we're going to say a big hello to brand new crew member, Paul. Welcome to the crew, Jeremy.
Welcome.
To have you aboard.
Oh, so nice of you to support the channel, and thank you so much.
Yes. So let's dive in. Tell me your thoughts on, we can get started on these awesome drops, but wow. What were you thinking when you saw these?
So yesterday I texted you and I said, is there something going to be dropping tomorrow, meaning today, on Mattel? Yes. And you're like, maybe. But I was looking at Master's Instagram and they posted this whole like huge celebration thing, and I'm like, they're repeating Mo Tuesday all over again. So it's like, I wasn't expecting this though.
No, I absolutely wasn't expecting this. All of the figures to drop all at once. And this really incredible, I guess, checklist style graphic that they dropped. And they had all of the Origins figures on the top, Masterverse figures on the bottom. Most of these we saw at San Diego Comic-Con, revealed at Mattel's booth. But there were a few surprise figures in here. And we got to talk about a couple things with a couple of these new drops that came here, because some of them are exclusives.
Yes.
So we'll dive into that right now.
Totally. So yeah, we can, let's see, I'll share this other tab. Yeah, there were so many like reveals today. And I actually love these little graphics because they give us the product identifiers. And so that helps us find these figures when they're in the wild.
God. So. They don't even know like the useful information they just gave us with with all of those figure codes on there.
Yes, if they knew that they would be used for evil, they probably wouldn't put them on. But let's dive in and chat about the cartoon collection figs. And yeah, what a great lineup. This is the first 6 figures that are coming to the cartoon collection that we know about. And and actually to sweeten the deal, we also added official images to 5 out of the 6 figures. So Canaldos Rosmaneros, friend of the channel and just great people in general, they were just posting all of these official images, and I was like,
oh my God, yeah, just before the stream went live, right?
Yeah, that's
always the way.
Got this updated, so yeah, we can see the official image of Trapjaw and also his San Diego Comic-Con version. So totally looking forward to this, just knowing how amazing the cartoon collection figures look in hand.
Absolutely, they are incredible. The quality is spectacular. Their sculpts are fantastic. They look like they just stepped out of your CRT TV. You're watching, Saturday morning or after school, an episode of He-Man and Masters of the Universe, and figures just walked right out of your TV screen. They look great. Trapjaw looks incredible. I can't wait to get him. I love his bright colors. I hope they keep the colors as bright as they show them here. I do have, the new Beastman in hand. You can all see him here. And he looks really good. The only not complaint I would have, but the only thing that was surprising about him, and he looks a little brighter in my lights, he's actually a pale orange color. And I can compare him to like an orange sickle, something like that, or an orange Julius, kind of like that kind of pale orange. He's not
Love
as
it.
bright as I expected him to be. And maybe I'm tainted in my view because I have like the Super 7 version
Hmm.
of the 5.5 inch, which is the Filmation style as well, which I don't have on me. I apologize. But he's a lot more brighter orange. And you can see our comparison on that in-hand review on our website. But besides that, you know, the head sculpt, the face sculpt on this Beastman is freaking awesome. Like he looks cartoon accurate. I absolutely love him. I would just ask that, you know, I wish he was just a little bit brighter orange
Yeah.
for my taste. But he looks really great.
Oh, he
And
does.
yeah. So let's hope that they keep Trapjaw that bright teal color with the pink.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we got to have like the pink needs to be dead on for this one
Mhm.
because you know, we rarely see him like this. I know that Mondo just did a uh, recolor of their Trapjaw in this color,
Mhm.
but this is the one to
Yeah.
get.
Absolutely. Trapjaw in his classic colors, and we all need him. This one's one I'm totally looking forward to.
Oh, me too.
And he has eyebrows this time.
Yoo-hoo!
Like freaking like I couldn't believe the first version of Trapjaw, he was like eyebrowless.
That's funny.
So
Yeah, it
his face
just
looks
took
complete.
what? How many iterations of Trapjaw to get eyebrows on him?
I know. This is the third in Origins, right?
Yes, we are excited for this one as well. And yeah, the next one up, we're gonna. Oh, actually, my brain is having a misfire right now. What is that thing that Trapjaw is holding?
Oh, the little the extra accessory.
Yeah,
Um,
if
I
anyone in the
forget what
chat
this is.
knows,
It's
please
well,
recall.
there's like that other like transport array or something that's behind him. But the other like kind of crystalline looking thing in his hand, I don't know what that is,
Yeah, I totally
unfortunately.
forgot. So, all
Um,
right.
an all music fan. I am still not in my new house. I'm almost done. I'm moving in 2 weeks. We're going through the remodel. Hence why I was running around today.
Like a chicken.
Still in my old space.
All right, let's take a look at Teela next. And here is the official image of Teela.
Mhm.
And she looks a little different, I have to say, from
He does.
what they were showing from SDCC.
Yeah, it looks like her skin tone is much more like pink looking, like she's a little bit more tan. Her face sculpt looks to be improved, which is a good thing because I think we all reacted a little bit viscerally to her face sculpt when she was revealed at SDCC, and I think that was because it wasn't quite done yet. But the face sculpt on this new one looks actually really good, and it does look cartoon accurate. Uh, I am so glad that they revisited that.
Yeah.
And is it just me, or is the color of her outfit more orange looking rather than gold?
It's hard to tell because you can do
Mhm.
some crazy things in Photoshop and also the light
Yeah.
in SDCC, but I'm imagining that these are not exactly the same color, but these are
Mhm.
probably the paint masters that we saw at SDCC. So maybe
Yes,
this is the final production figure that they settled on, and she
absolutely.
looks great.
She does. She really does. And of course, she has the new knees. And it looks like her legs are her knee design is actually a little different than the previous like new female knees that they had before. I don't think that the knee joint is as pronounced. It looks much more natural now. So I think they did a better job at
Yeah.
that. And her arm sculpt looks a little different too. Obviously, they've simplified the arm gauntlets and the wrist bracers on her. So that's a totally different sculpt because they were sculpted onto the arms
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, she looks great. Yeah, I love the
Mhm.
way that they did her eyes. It looks like she has eyelashes too.
Yeah,
Just
eyelashes and lipstick. It looks really good. It looks
more
like she just came from like the salon where they do your brows and all your
salon.
yeah
I know, yeah. Maybe she
yeah
visits the mall where they have those like eyebrow threading things.
exactly.
Those things scare me.
Much better than the whatever. It looks like she woke up on the wrong side of the bed at SDCC.
Yeah, right. Um, this is a great point, Mr. Bob. So we got a mystery listing that is supposed to be dropping tomorrow on Entertainment Earth, and so let me Let me look that up real quick, and just wanted to see where this is at. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, here it is. We got a mystery listing because we take a look at Entertainment's Earth's drop zone pretty frequently, and so we think that a lot of these figures are going to go up for pre-order, especially the cartoon collection and possibly the first wave, wave 11 of Masterverse, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. So be sure to check back. We have a link to this the drop zone on our website. Go to toyhabits.com and all of the information is there. The drop's supposed to happen at 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow, so be sure to check it. Just want to give a big shout out to the bearers of toys, and I have your Rulers of the Sun 3-pack waiting for you that Joe sent over, so you'll be getting those in a couple days.
That's awesome. Yeah, Teela looks great. All
does.
right, let's move on to Man-at-Arms. This was the only one that I didn't see any official images from, so maybe we'll see them in the coming days as these things are released.
Man-at-Arms like week or something, man. Like that stash, he looks so good. And I haven't gotten to open my Masterverse version yet. I had to live vicariously through your incredible reviews, both your still review on toyhabits.com and the one you did on our channel as well. But he looks really good. Again, another one, Burt Reynolds stash. Absolutely. Looks like he stepped right out of the cartoon screen. I love the bright green on his outfit. What do you think of his colors?
I think his colors are great. I love the simplified armor and the fact that a lot of this is flat, because that really just brings the cartoon feels out. I do love the shape of his helmet. It's really tight on his face. And I love what they're doing with the cheeks and just giving the faces a lot more definition.
Yeah. I don't know if it's coming across on your guys' screen, but his cheekbones are very pronounced, and also his lower lip. So like his mustache frames his face really well. And the other thing that I love that I've noticed on some of the older versions of the Origins figures, their eyes and their eyebrows are painted so well now, because one thing that they did add was the whites of their eyes around, with the pupil and everything, which they haven't had before, and that gives them that really cool animated look, rather than the typical vintage style He-Man that had like kind of the little curvy shape with the black dot, and that was all that was on the face. Now we have painted whites of their eyes, and the eyebrows are much more pronounced. So Magnum, Man-at-Arms PI, he definitely looks like that. As a matter of fact, the He-Man, his face sculpt, you can see it right there. He looks great, and you can see the design of his face. There's the whites of his eyes, and he looks awesome.
Yeah, he looks great.
Angle that, so you can see, the eyebrows and everything. They nailed it with the face sculpts on these. But check out some more photos on our in-hand reviews if you want to see those close up.
Oh yes. All right. So next official image of Skeletor is this one blew me away when I saw this. You can actually put the Mask of Power on Skeletor. I was like, wow. I'm blown.
That's really cool. And they made it so it fits over his hooded head. That's incredible.
There must, you know what I think it is? You must be able to pop his head off, and just, I'm sure they have a ball joint in there to like make them, because I can't. Well, actually, I don't know.
Do you think it's just like a mask that fits over his hooded head, or is it like a whole extra head? Because it's supposed to be a mask, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be.
It should just fit like over his head. Yeah, it's hard to tell in that photo, because I don't really see the purple of his mask underneath, his hood underneath that masked head. So it's very difficult to tell if
maybe they're just extra head sculpts that look like mask, and
it could be. Yeah, you could be absolutely right. So we don't know that yet, but as soon as we find out, we'll let you know. But the cool thing is, the Mattel Creations version has swappable faceplates.
Yes.
But that one has kind of the shiny purple armor. Joe needs 3 skellies.
Yeah, I guess you'll take 2 of them down with this one and the V-Friends version, but what's the third one? Or you just need an extra one.
Just in case. Right. Okay, collectors, 1 to open, one to keep on card and one just in case, and we never know what that just in case is.
Mr. Bob's ready. He's ready for a tiki party. He totally is. I was thinking that when I saw this. I was like, we need some tiki torches. We need a luau going. It's awesome.
Absolutely. He looks like he should be carrying a tiki torch instead.
And crew member Thanos Copter has flown in and is hovering above. What is up, my friend? Happy you could join us. All right. Yeah, so this one looks amazing. And yeah, I mean, the simplicity of these figures are great. I just there's nothing really extra to them, and it's kind of feeling like the Super 7 versions, right? Just because they are animated, they're in a ton of detail.
Absolutely. And they have an incredible articulation that the Super 7, you know, obviously mimicked the vintage figures. But the nice thing is, you know, these have a really great color and outfit design. The Super 7 ones were cool, but like, you know, everyone always complained about kind of their shiny finish. That was a little bit, you know, of a turnoff in terms of how the figures looked. But it's funny, you know, Baroness, I agree with you. This Skeletor is awesome, and it makes me maybe want to skip the $45 one with the little buddy, but it's like I kind of want the faceplates, but $45, it's like that's a lot to pay for faceplates.
Yeah. It is.
Are you still all in on the Mattel Creations version?
I mean, I think I have to, just because it's new, and I'm sure that they knew that, and I'm sure that they're going to get people to do that just to get the faceplates.
I know. They have to get us somehow. And then they gave Skeletor shiny armor. It's like, you know, it's like sparkly purple. So it is upgraded. They always get us somehow.
Yeah. D Griff, I think I am on your comment there. Yeah, I think it's probably a head sculpt that you just pop on.
Sorry.
I can't see any other way that they could do it. If you don't see the bottom of his hood, it can't be a plate. So yeah, also too, like Skeletor's head, like his hood is angled this way and the other half is angled the other way. So you would actually see his hood if it was.
That's what I was thinking too. So, but they might be just extra heads.
Tiki Thunder Punch.
Yeah, that's so funny. Where's the roast pig and the tiki torch? That's funny.
All right, moving on to Beastman. I think you've shown off Beastman. I included a couple of your images here, which are amazing. The Toy Sorceress is a fantastic toy photographer, so please check out her images. She pours a lot of heart and soul, and like this review of Beastman that she did is such like for the history books. You want to get to know all of the lore just in one place, just go there.
I really, really appreciate it. I did actually fold in a lot of Filmation history into this review. So if you love the reviews, check it out. And that the device that Beastman is holding is the hover ray from the Dragons. Is it the Dragons Escape? I don't have it in front of me. I apologize. The name of the episode if I'm not getting it right. But Beastman uses this hover ray to like steal the dragon's eggs and then put it into this hovercraft that he starts to drive off with. And then the dragon comes and gets super pissed off and starts, you know, breathing fire and chasing Beastman and Skelly. And they go scurrying away. And then the dragon starts attacking, you know, the Eternia and the palace. And then all hell breaks loose after that on the episode.
I can't imagine a Filmation cartoon with all hell breaking loose.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I think it's called the Dragon Invasion. I think that episode.
Yeah, the Dragon Invasion. My apologies. It's not like I haven't been like busy the last couple of days with.
Yeah, no, right. So yeah, I mean, we got some subpar official images compared to what the Toy Sorceress has done. So, but I just wanted to show those off. It's really weird. Beastman did not come with the Sword of Ancients, did he? Or unless mine fell out.
No, that accessory is in the wrong photo.
Yes.
So they put it in the wrong spot. It's probably laying around on the table, and they're like, "Oh, we forgot to add this in the picture," and they just dropped it on there. So no, that comes with He-Man, of course. And what I was going to say is the neat thing about the card backs on these figures. Pull this up because I just told the story about where that hover ray comes from, and I looked it up and I watched the episode and I got some screenshots and they're on our review. But if you check out the artwork on the back of this package, what is Beastman doing? He's got the hover ray. He's lifting up the dragon's eggs, and the dragon is here coming after him, breathing fire. And of course, you see the green hovercraft in the background that he's going to put the eggs in. So they absolutely translated the exact moment in the episode onto the artwork. Axel and team, you guys knocked it out of the park with this. If you rewatch the Filmation cartoons, you're going to want to watch all the episodes, but go back and rewatch the episodes that these figures come from, because it's just going to make you feel like that much more connected when you get these in hand.
Oh, totally.
So I thought that was awesome.
Totally. I did that when I opened He-Man. I was like, okay, who is like, yeah, also on with these new card backs too, like, can we see some card art teases, right? Too. So
yeah, there is on He-Man's card art, there is a tease. And we'll take a look at that. What was the name of this character in the middle here? I forget.
Emos.
Oh yeah. Okay, so him and his wife are the ones that steal the masks of power, and they put them on and they fake, who they are, and then He-Man goes and tries to get back the Sword of Ancients, and this whole battle happens during the episode. But so he is teased here, but there's also a mini comic named The Masks of Magi that a lot of these characters actually are featured in, that will come with the figures, and that tells a whole nother story. And there's some more teases in that mini comic as well. And if you want to read the entire mini comic and not have to wait to get the mini comic in hand, we did photograph all of the pages of the mini comic in our in-hand reviews, and you can read the whole thing online on our website, so you can take a look. But there's a lot of cool stuff that happens in these. And the art is also drawn kind of Filmation inspired, the characters, their faces and whatnot. So go ahead and take a look at that on our in-hand reviews if you want to read the mini comic. And of course, it's got the cool cross style in the back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, new mini comics, new card art teases. Like, I think they can go really deep with this line.
Oh my God, it's going to be so exciting and so incredible, like what they're going to be able to do with these new cartoon collection figures.
Totally. Yeah, and if you want to see some amazing shots, go to toyhabits.com. And also, this is up on our YouTube page too, so you can check out an in-hand review on the modern way.
The modern way, I know. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I loved having little Filmation Beastie like popping out of the corner there.
I love that. All right, next up is last one on the cartoon list is Filmation He-Man. And yeah, love the images that you took here. These are courtesy of the Toy Sorceress.
Oh, thank you. This is a really awesome He-Man figure. Such a vast improvement on the 40th anniversary version of He-Man. And you did an awesome job on your review of comparing this version of He-Man versus the regular Origins version and the 40th anniversary. So check that out on Michael's review on our YouTube channel. But it's incredible. Yes, it's so funny. It doesn't skip leg day. You did a really great job of showing the comparison of those and how the leg design is totally different, and how it helps He-Man stand much more like straighter, and he has more of an animated look, which I totally love.
Yeah, such an upgrade to the Zoolander He-Man that we got in that expensive 4-pack. So yeah.
Yeah, and we call him that because he has that pucker on his face like he's eating something sour.
Yes, and again, we got some subpar official images. They don't hold a candle to what the Toy Sorceress can do, but here they are. We have the right accessory on He-Man, so that's great that they remembered to do that. That'd be funny if they gave him the hover ray.
Yeah, it would. And you know what's so funny is, I don't know if you noticed this, Michael, but if you look closely at the sword, there's a little face on there, and I think it's one of the masks of power.
Oh yeah,
on the hilt. You see that right here?
I think you're right. I was just sorry. Here, let me.
Oh, it's okay. So just the little things that they're including in there, but you see that little face right here on the hilt?
Yeah,
that looks like one of the masks of power, which is awesome.
Yeah, it totally does. Awesome. Yeah, it's funny when we're like trying to get these reviews out, some of the details we miss, and we get to circle back with them with you.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's great that we get to take in a second look. You know, the other improvement they made besides He-Man's head sculpt, which is totally redone and looks incredible, is, you know, obviously the torso design with the higher standing torso, the legs that are longer, but his chest armor is also a nice kind of metallic blue color, and as you pointed out, his sheath for his sword pops off, which I don't want to pop it out right now, but you'll see that in Michael's review. But you can take that off as well, and which is kind of neat. And then you can holster both of the swords. Although I think you like that you could see the sword popping out from He-Man here, but I think they probably should have made this just a little taller because I think the swords stick out a bit too high. And one thing that is neat is the sword that He-Man comes with is much more Filmation inspired than the original version of the power sword that the Origins He-Man comes with. And we did compare that on our review as well. But that's another change that they made, which was a really great detail. I'm glad they did that.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like the vac metal accessories. I just think they're too shiny, so I like the matte coloring.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of like how I like my cars too. I'm more of a fan of the matte paint job versus the shiny paint job on a car.
That's funny. But you know, so it's a shiny silver plastic, and I'm glad it's not like vac metalized per se, because it's still light, and you don't feel like you're gonna scratch it. So it's kind of not bad, right? You get shiny silver plastic, and it doesn't have that marbling in it, so it looks pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with this.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you can also check that out on YouTube and our website. But all right. So that finishes off the cartoon collection. And let's get into some of the Masterverse figures. And yeah, we're getting finally getting to know like when these particular figures are coming out, which is great because we have not seen them since San Diego Comic-Con. So like first up, we'll do the Gwildor and Orko 2-pack. So it looks like Gwildor is making an appearance in the Revolution series.
Yeah, that is exciting, and it looks like he has, you know, slightly different outfit than what he had from the He-Man and Masters of the Universe movie. So that's really cool that they've kind of reimagined him, and he comes in like a pretty cool outfit, and some of his colors are kind of playing off of Orko's because you can see that magenta kind of accents that he has is the same magenta that Orko has on his outfit. So it's kind of a neat like little homage there in a 2-pack.
Yeah, it's great. It's funny, like the official images that they're using for these. It's interesting just to compare the colors because look at the like difference in hands, like hand coloring from SDCC to this official image. Like this looks like a baby blue hand.
Yeah.
Versus totally like a dark purple hand. But yeah, it's like Orko the White because he's resurrected like Gandalf the White was in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. You're totally right.
Very cool.
You're totally right.
Yeah. And yeah, some of the coloring is different on
it is. You're right.
Gwildor too. But
yeah. Gwildor on the official image, his I guess mane or beard or whatever you want to call it, it's all one piece, looks much more orange.
Yeah.
Than the one at the SDCC.
Yeah. And I don't know how they like I think we've seen this with a lot of the images that they put on the actual figure boxes. They look very different from some of the like the actual production image. So I guess they probably have to make the box simultaneously with the production runs, and that's where you see some differences.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah. Also, evil-lyn, interesting. So we saw the evil-lyn at SDCC. It looks like she came with a painted cosmic key. But if you look at her SDCC reveal when they did that panel, she comes with this like baby blue translucent cosmic key, and it looks like they're using that going forward. And I would have loved like more of a painted cosmic key. And I would love like different, like just to have like all the colors of these cosmic keys because Gwildor is going to be coming with one, or maybe that was Gwildor's, who knows?
Yeah, I know. It's funny because like Gwildor's has, the little red device on top, and it's
Yeah.
all silver. Um, and it looks like the one that evil-lyn has is probably they probably just repainted the one that came with Skeletor,
Mhm.
the movie Skeletor for SDCC.
Yeah.
But it's odd that they had two different ones on display.
Yeah, it is. And I think I think they're probably going with the baby blue one. It was just weird to like I was just looking at this going like, wait, I don't remember a baby blue one seeing it at SDCC, but looks like they're
You
going with
found it.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably just the official color she's going to come in.
Yeah, I hope they make more movie figures in the future because it'll be cool to see a Beastman and Sarad.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm sure it looks like they're diving down that path to like open up the different lines that they're going to cover.
Totally. The Cosmic Key is from the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. If you have not seen that, you can see Courtney Cox in her heyday.
Yep. One of her first films.
Yes. Another Masterverse figure that I am looking forward to is New Eternia tri-klops. It's like a blend of his mini comic version and his Masterverse version.
Yeah, and of course he comes complete with his Skittles sash.
Reminds you of
Which
King.
I'm going to display him Skittleless on mine.
What if you can't take it off?
I thought that did we see him with it removable, or does it look like it's molded onto the?
It's probably removable.
Dear God, I hope it's removable. I don't want like the Skittle like sash on my tri-klops.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I love the loincloth though. Like they're doing some really interesting things with the loin area.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like chainmail design. We had another figure.
How to protect the goods, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So they've been doing some different stuff with the loincloth, which is great. I love that. That looks awesome. His chest armor looks really good, and even his eyes, his what do you call his eye plate? Where it spins. He's got two different styles, which is great.
Yeah, it's cool. You can swap them out, which is awesome. So yeah, it's funny. Like like Trapjaw, I bought 2 of the Masterverse versions because I wanted one that looked like a normal Triclops, and of course I should have seen this coming. Here he is in New Eternia version.
Yeah, I actually I think sold mine off after I saw this revealed.
You got to tell a friend when you do that.
Yeah, I probably should have. I think it was one of my days I was having a feng shui attack and I was trying to clean stuff out. So I was like, oh, I'll get rid of that one. I don't need the motherboard version.
No, yeah, that's true. I have a bunch of like motherboard garb sitting in a accessory bin.
Yeah, I know, right? But he looks awesome. I love his classic look.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Mekkaneck finally coming out, and we're not sure when he's going to be coming out, but sometime between now and July. But
yeah,
he looks great.
He looks great, and I love the nod to the Argentinian blue Road Ripper that is on his shield, which is so freaking cool. I totally love that.
Yeah, it's cool. They're putting in all of these Easter eggs with the shields, and Battle Armor He-Man shield was found on the Dragon Walker too, which the Baroness of Toys pointed it out. That was
great.
She
did. She was the first one who noticed it because I think you were saying like this looks familiar, and you couldn't like put your finger on it.
Where's it from?
So thank you, Baroness.
One nit that I have with this figure now that we can see him without his shield is like there's just a hole in his wrist cup. I don't like that at all.
I don't either. I absolutely don't like that either. And I'm hoping like that piece is separate so you can pull it off. I'm trying to remember if you can remove that wrist bracer off of Battle Armor He-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in a box somewhere.
All my stuff's too. So, yeah.
Yeah, one of the interesting things too, just if you recall from SDCC, he has a like articulated telescoping neck. Which is cool. I think all of those pieces are removable, so you can kind of make it whatever size you want, right?
Yes, that's awesome, and they're all like on ball joints, so you can articulate it in every which direction. I'm assuming.
Yeah, because size matters sometimes.
Size absolutely does matter. Silver K, we just serve that up to you on a silver platter. I'm just waiting for her comment.
Yeah. If she's here, actually, actually, I'm not going to say what's on right now because I don't want people to leave, but we're going to move on to some of the other Masterverse figures. We have a mix of Revolution and New Eternia figures in this little batch that we're going to go through. Sorceress Teela, she's out in air quotes right now. I skipped this one because I am trying to be a little more selective now, just like with the all of the figures that are coming out for the Masters of the Universe line. I'm like, I need to slow my roll.
Yeah, me too, because I'm now I'm gonna have to find new display space and all that kind of stuff, and we're getting just so many figures. I think we all have to start. Well, we don't have to, but I at least need to start being selective as well.
Oh yeah, I do too. But yeah, I'm actually curious too to see if the extensions, like going back to mekkaneck, work with Origins too. And I think someone made an interesting comment here. Can we buy many and add the necks together? You probably can. It's like he came with a ginormous neck extension in the classics line.
Yep, I have that one, and it's really long because size matters.
It is. All right. The next one up, I did also skip on, which was Skeletech, which is the Revolution Skeletor.
I skipped this one too. I thought you were gonna get this one because I think you were like so jazzed about it during SDCC. So I was a little surprised that you skipped on it. But yeah, I think we're both in the same camp where we're trying to stick to New Eternia.
Yeah, I might if it goes on clearance, as a lot of these figures do around certain times of the year. It doesn't mean that the line is getting canceled. Big box stores have to move their inventory, and that's the only way that they can.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny how he has the little like clawed feet. Like it looks, they look more like kind of like an ostrich feet, or rather than like skeleton feet, right? I don't know, just because they're so like flayed out like that.
Yeah, he does kind of look like a bird.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yep.
But I do need a figure to pair with the motherboard figure, so I probably will get this, just not right now.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm sure you'll be able to find it
at a premium price too.
Oh, absolutely, because we did have to pay a premium to get these.
I love this Dave Skeleterminator. I love that.
That's awesome.
Awesome. All right. The next one up is New Eternia Trapjaw. And I think this is one of my favorite figures that is coming out for this New Eternia line. I think they just did a bang up job with this figure. It's really fun to play with. All the accessories are spot on. Everything is sized right. I love the gigantic like flywheel gear that he has on his arm. I mean, this is so freaking cool.
Yeah, I know you're like totally gushing over it. Michael did an incredible review on Trapjaw. Check it out. His photos are awesome, and he did an awesome video review as well. I really enjoyed it, and he tells you all the details about all his accessories and the cool things that you can do with it. Michael, tell everybody about how you can swap his jaw from his arm clamp accessory.
Oh shoot, like, where is his?
Really awesome.
Oh my gosh, this one like fell off, and I'm like, where is it?
Oh no.
But anyway, yeah, I thought I had it, but I think it either fell on the ground or some. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, something really cool. If you just want to put this on to solo view for me, we can show is you can take his jaw off, and his clamp attachment really looks like his jaw, and you can take that, you can basically just take it off, unhook it, and you can turn him into kind of like the concept version of Trapjaw. And I think this is really the only thing that is reminiscent of that particular sketch that they did in the 80s, because the other one looked like a mini comic Trapjaw, and he had a bunch of hair on him. But I think they did a good job just with having a nod to that particular piece and not making the whole Trapjaw look ridiculous. So
and that's part of the New Eternia look for these figures. It's supposed to be the classic versions, and then a throwback to their heritage and how the figure came to be. So I love that they're taking a look at what the original concept art was and giving him an homage to that with his different jaw piece. That's really cool.
Yeah, 100%, Benjamin. I think the Masterverse figures are giving the classics line a run for their money. And it's funny because once you see the two side by side, you can really see the differences. And that side by side is also in the review here too. So if you have not seen it, go to YouTube or just go to our website and look at the gaggle of photos. I think I took close to 60 photos for this one. I was like, I think I got into this one.
I could tell when I was like, I was working on something else and I could see all the photos loading up into our media library. I'm like, Michael is really enjoying this review because normally you don't take that many photos. Frankie Rivera agrees, and you did an incredible job on that.
Thank you. Yes, I'm going to try not to lose the pieces. And yeah, it looks like a disaster in the other part of the room. So I feel bad because this is my son's room and he's off to college and he doesn't really know that I've done this.
Yeah. Michael's temporarily displaced from some work going on in his house. So that's why his background looks different.
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to like spice it up just by putting some figures on the printer, but it's all good. All right. Next one that I had a ball with, and this review is coming out tomorrow because I was like, if I release this today, it's going to get buried by all the news. So I'm like, I'm just going to put it out tomorrow. But in-hand review and a YouTube review coming tomorrow, and really great version of Man-at-Arms. They're really killing it with these new Eternia figures. So
let's show it off on the screen, Michael.
Oh, sure. So I only have his clean shaven head, and it's funny. No stash, but what we find out when you open the figure is that the helmets are removable. So I think that was a really cool surprise to the figure. So you can swap out the hands, you can swap out the helmets, you can swap out the heads. You can give them that.
Oh my God.
That whatever Burt Reynolds or Tom Selleck look. And yeah, the other head sculpt really reminds me of the version, his concept version too. So I thought it was, they did an amazing job. The only thing that I am not happy with is this like lollipop attachment, but I thought they handled the.
You can swap it off though, right?
Yeah,
it has the other one.
Yeah, but it's kind of a useless thing because it just looks really weird and it defies gravity when you just have it holding up here. So it's like it only looks right if you hold it
upside down. That's so funny. I love how you could swap the actual helmet, and he has like a little, I guess I don't know what you call it, beanie or wrap around his head, because that way you can use either the Conquistador helmet or the classic design helmet on either head, which is awesome that they gave you that that option. So that is so cool. And the artwork on this box is so nice that's one reason I haven't opened it yet, because I hate to take them out of the package. This looks so cool. Out of all the figures, I think this is my favorite in terms of keeping one in box. So I might have to wait to open him until I get a second one. I don't know. Masterverse figures, I never keep anything closed, but this just looks so gorgeous.
It does. I think I'm gonna keep in the package. Yeah, I'm digging the little window display box because you can actually see a lot more of the art, which is nice.
Yeah. Oh, and also, Michael, when you watch Michael's review, they've changed the way that the accessories are packaged in the box now. So the figure is just in a little plastic tray on one half of the box, and then the other half is kind of like your classified figures that has a little cardboard box on the inside, and then you pull it out and the accessories are in a baggie. So it's really neat the way they've changed the packaging design 100%. So I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, and actually,
I didn't know that until I watched your review.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Giraffe. I wish he came. So at least I wish he came with his with fur that was wrapped around the armor. I think that would be neat too. I think they needed to go a little more in on the new Eternia look. I feel like because really it's only the head sculpt that is new Eternia-ish and the loincloth.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it has like the little kind of chainmail pieces, which look really nice.
Cool. So, oh geez, D-Griff, you are funny. It's a Flace made fail. Yes, it's a flace. Yeah, I actually wish that they had made it just a chain link accessory that it just kind of dangles, because you could do a lot more with that. You can hold it, you can like smack it, you can rub it, you can do all these things.
Silver K, where are you?
Yes. Just giving you a tease as to what is coming out tomorrow. The video's in the can. The review is done. Just got to wait for this MOTU news to die down so this doesn't get buried.
Yeah, absolutely. It was going to get buried, and you did such an incredible job. You have to give Man at Arms his time in the sun and absolute attention tomorrow when everybody's already, gone through all this other MOTU news, and then they can absorb your awesome review.
Yes, and Lone Dragon, yes, you can lick it like a lollipop because it kind of looks like a lollipop.
It doesn't taste like one though.
No, it does not. I was really disappointed by the taste. All right. Next one up is Battle Armor He-Man MOTU Revolution style. We saw this at SDCC, and again, different coloring on the production image versus the. I'm just going to call this Paint Master because I don't really know what else to call it.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually glad that the production image looks the way it does, because I think he looked a bit too yellowy in the SDCC Paint Master or physical sample that was on display. So it looks like they've added a little bit more of that auburn, brownish color to his hair, and as well as his belt and his wrist bracer. So they've toned down that yellow color, which I think makes him look a lot less like kind of like cheap toyetic colors.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it looks a lot better with those colors, and I hope they either go with that one or just find a happy medium between the two. Are you gonna get this one?
I think this is another one I might pass on just because we already have the other Battle Armor He-Man, and again, this is like the Revelation version of him. But who knows? I mean, I'll probably pick him up when he's like cheaper.
When he's $5.
Yeah. Or like $11. Like you can probably get them for $5, but I got you that Whiplash for $11.
Thank you so much. So great. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
All right. Next up, we are circling back to the Origins line, and we got some doozies of the reveals today. So Lord Grasp, Terror, a really strange crossover, Stranger Things Skeletor, and the Demigorgon from the Stranger Things series, and the Necro-a, which is a very weird name for a very cool character.
Yeah. So a little bit of a wah-wah on like 3 of these figures. So Lord Grasp, Terror, and Necro-a are all going to be Walmart exclusives.
Which one's the Target exclusive? That's the Stranger Things one is Target
exclusive. Stranger
Things,
right? Skeletor and Demogorgon are going to be, that 2-pack is going to be a Target exclusive. I cringed dearly when I heard that those 3 new Snakeman figures are going to be Walmart exclusives, because I still, to this day, and thank you to all the fellow collectors out there that helped me get Mossman. You guys are amazing. Rob and Mr. Home Arcade, because I did get 2. I wanted to keep one on card. But I still, to this day, have not seen a Mossman in any of my Walmart stores. So I don't know if I'm going to even get to find these. And I don't know the distribution, how it is for all you guys. Like, Michael, you only found one when you went out of state, right?
Right. I was visiting my son who just started college. He's in Reno, so it's like a 3.5-hour drive from here. And I was like, ooh, new Targets and new Walmarts. And lo and behold, there was Mossman in his Walmart. So I'm going to send my son to do some toy hunts for me.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a good idea. Maybe he'll be able to find it worse.
But let's take a closer look at some of these. So this is the Stranger Things Skeletor and Demigorgon 2-pack, and it looks like, I'm trying to think, this is maybe what, the Stratos buck with different feet.
A mixture. It's Stratos, it's
Beastman armor.
Beastman armor, and then those are brand new feet, and obviously a new head sculpt. So that's what they did.
Yeah,
and Joe, Joe Coleman points out that there was a brief clip of He-Man in the first season of Stranger Things.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I missed that.
You're right. I think I watched 1.5 seasons of Stranger Things, and then I got on a different show and just never circled back to it. But my daughter actually really loves this show. Like, she'll bring her friends over for watch parties and stuff like that. And I told her, and she was like, "Ooh, cool."
Yeah, I know. And it is such a bummer that they gave this to Walmart, because, I mean, 3 out of the, I guess if you want to call it 4 releases or whatever that they announced for the standard or vintage style Origins line are going to Walmart, and a lot of collectors can't even get Mossman or Duplico. And I think that was a big miss on Mattel's part, because they're not listening to the fans. First of all, if you're lucky enough to even get something from Walmart, and if you're lucky enough to have to order it online, then you get it folded like a taco, or absolutely destroyed out of its package. Or if you find it in store, the distribution, it's a mess. So some stores get like a ton of them and they shelf warm, and other stores, they never see the figure. So go figure that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Glad to see you, Studio Henge Kenton. And pro tip out there, if you missed the beginning of the stream, just watch it at 1.75x speed. That is the tried and true speed where you can actually understand people.
Yeah, and then we talk all like squeaky. That would be
like a chipmunk.
And I know, right? Yeah, we'll get onto Necro-a in a minute, Baroness, but she is absolutely right. That figure looks really cool, and I'm so bummed it's going to be a Walmart exclusive out of all of these. I really want that one.
We don't know when these are going to drop at Walmart, but I'm going to try my darndest to see if I can use my search magic and find the listing on their back end so we can get that for people.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, look at this. Country Gentleman says that Mossman has flooded his area, where some people, it's been a drought. We never saw him.
Yeah.
So
your stores may vary.
Your stores may vary, but Joe brings up a great point. We'll use the power of the crew to source these figures.
There we go.
That's absolutely
Oops, I think the toy sorceress is frozen.
Can you see me?
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. I can hear you
Joe
now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Joe has a really great idea. Maybe we can all band together as a community and help each other find these Walmart exclusives, because everyone's going to want these figures. And if you can help a fellow collector and you see it on a shelf, go ahead and help your friend get it shipped off to them, so we can all enjoy these, because these are going to be like incredible.
Oh, totally. Yeah, these are going to be great. And I'm kind of sad that Mattel is not learning from history and just still working with Walmart on these. And I'm guessing that Walmart is paying a pretty penny, because why would you want to expose your fans to this? The G.I. Joe team is basically terminated their contract with Walmart. And so they are not making their retro line exclusive anymore. And I think it's because they just beat the crap out of these cards, and it just sucks for,
I know. Just going on a small tangent, see something like that, the G.I. Joe Hasbro team learned. They took the Walmart exclusive away from them, and they are making the card backs thicker so that they come to collectors in very nice condition. So I'm glad they made that change. Now, if Mattel would just learn to not give the really sought after figures to Walmart, maybe something that's more common, or maybe it would be considered more of a shelf warmer or something, like not as much of a popular figure. Maybe give those to Walmart, but 3 out of the 4 releases is ridiculous. This 2-pack is going to go to Target, and I guarantee you won't have trouble finding it, because Target has actually much better distribution than Walmart does.
They do have better distribution, but with the latest rulers of the
Origins,
cancellations, I don't know what's going on with those. We got our orders canceled, but they're going to be abundant in the store anyway, and they're probably going to be shelf warmers like the previous rulers of the Sun pack. But I don't know. Are you going to be buying this one?
I might skip this one, because I actually have never really watched Stranger Things. I don't know why. I just kind of missed it when it was out, and then never circled back. Plus, kind of the plant face creeps me out a little.
It is. It is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But it's cool that they're doing that because
Yeah.
they're doing a lot in the crossover land. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah, which I mean that's really cool. It's great
Yeah.
that they did that, and there's a lot of Stranger Things fans out there, so I'm sure they're going to totally appreciate it. And here's another chance to get V1 Skeletor in a different colorway.
Yes, yeah, it's like the Skeletor is the Snake Eyes of the Masters of the Universe.
Exactly.
That's awesome. One figure that I'm actually really, really excited about is Lord Grasp. And I just dug up a custom for Lord Grasp, and whoever did this custom it actually looks almost like the produced version.
I know. It is so good. It's awesome. And the thing is that Lord Grasp is just a whole bunch of reuse of existing parts.
Yep.
So he's not that hard to, I guess, to customize, if you want to call it that. Obviously, he uses Clawful's claw, and he's got, the reuse of that's a standard MOTU buck body.
Yeah,
and he's really cool. So this one's an easy one to make a figure out of. But why is it going to Walmart? Like that's just I can't get over it.
Yeah, I thought this would be a Mattel Creations exclusive. And oh, you know what? Maybe these are gonna be like the Manny Faces one, because it was basically Manny Faces was the mini comic version, was the only figure to be sold outside of Mattel Creations and still be like that deluxe, not that deluxe, but the like Mattel Creations like cardback.
Oh, got you. Because do you think
this
is the soft goods cape on him? Or I think it might be plastic. It's hard
to
tell. It
looks like it's plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Yeah, it is plastic. You're right.
The cape master will make a cape for him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
it's funny how they repainted Squeeze's face to look like totally different.
Yeah. I know it's really interesting. Like if you mash all of these figures together, it like this looks like a totally new figure, but it's just all over parts, which is neat. And the version that came out for the PowerCon exclusive is really, really expensive. And so it's actually nice that they're putting out these like deep cuts. And this was a figure that was supposed to be in the defunct Powers of Grayskull line too.
Yeah. And I wonder do you think the buck is going to be like that really like shiny black color?
It could be just the lights, just kind of beaming off of the black plastic, but probably not. I think the sheen will probably match, like be more dull.
Other figures.
Yeah.
I
hope they don't, because that would be a shame.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible how just changing some paint colors on the parts, like you can make a totally different figure, right?
Yeah. Totally. Let's see. Mr. Rob 2023. I wonder if they're sold in cases or a wave. Gosh, I hope they aren't assorted with the cartoon like duplicate. Oh yeah. So the distribution that Walmart has too with all of these figures, I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah.
No, I totally disagree with you, Giraffe. The shine is not divine.
I actually like the shine on him. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I keep it.
Okay. We can still be friends. It's okay.
We can.
All right. The next one, which we got a tease for on a few card arts, and there was a listing that showed up on Lulu Burloo, which had this particular image, but I think this is a custom of what Terror could look like, because it doesn't have the paint on the outstretched neck and things like that, and the colors are very different, but loving this version.
This one is awesome. Of course, 100% reuse of parts, just recolored. Whiplash's head, Trapjaw's arm. You got Mosquito's boots.
Yeah, I dig.
And they just smashed together all sorts of different figures. He looks really cool, and of course, you got Rattler's neck extension there. So, and then I can't tell which one of the Snake Men the left arm belongs to, but they just mashed together a bunch of parts and Rattler's torso. And came up with this.
It's like a hairy arm. It could be like Stratos or Zodak. But
it kind of looks kind of scaly from this angle, but it might be a hairy arm. You're right.
Yeah, we might have to recruit the retro toy princess Allison Troy to
figure that one out.
Yeah, riddle me that.
Yeah, and I wonder if he's going to retain the rattle because he does have Rattler's tail. So that'd be kind of cool.
I hope
if he
so.
does. Hopefully they do.
I didn't shake. Oh no, the Masterverse figure. The classics figures didn't have a rattle, but I think that would be awesome. If it did.
Yeah.
We need all the stuff, all the gadgets.
I love the rattle in my Rattler. I always just like to. Pretty cool.
Oh, the Baroness is asking if it's Whiplash's arms too.
So. It could be.
Yeah.
It's kind of grainy, so it's really hard to tell. The other one's a custom, so. Yep.
Yes. Cool. Let's see. We got the last, saving the best for last. We have the Necro-a.
Yeah, and I still can't remember that name. It doesn't roll off your tongue.
No,
I have to keep referring back to this.
Yeah, these new names are interesting. I'm like, where did they come up with these guys? But I think we were all wondering what this ghostly representation was on the side of the Snake Mountain box, and now we know.
Yep, it's right here on the side of the box. And this one, again, a total reuse of parts, but what an incredible job of reusing these parts, right?
Oh, here we go. I knew she would chime in.
Yep, there it is. Normal legs, trapped out arm, mosquito boots, whiplash head. We just don't know what the left arm is from.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
So, very cool. Yes, and Baroness, yes. Our Lone Dragon knowing is half the battle. So it's interesting. The chest armor here reminds me of the CGI Skeletor when that came out for the Masterverse line, and also for the little junior kiddos line too.
Yeah, and of course this is the snake armor Skeletor's chest armor in a glow-in-the-dark plastic, which looks really cool. And I can't tell if they use is that a new loincloth or is that He-Man snake armor He-Man's loincloth? Because they did use snake armor He-Man's right wrist bracer.
Oh, it might be. And also the shin armor looks like it's from the 2000X Skeletor possibly too. If I'm not mistaken. Just dissecting live. It's funny. My mind plays tricks on me because with the head sculpt, I had to really study this because I couldn't figure out what his face was, and now it finally came to me. It's a snake head with his mouth open. Yeah. I was like, what is this thing?
Yeah, I think it's Rattler's head sculpt with the inside painted in a glow-in-the-dark paint.
Don't need another Rattler.
It looks like it. It's because they painted the inside of the mouth a different color, and then it's got kind of that translucent plastic above it.
Yeah.
It's probably just because this is a total reuse of parts.
Oh,
but totally. It's cool.
You're right.
He looks really awesome.
He does.
And I love that translucent plastic.
Yeah, he looks great. And yeah, I'm loving the glow in the dark stuff here because I think not all of the figure glows in the dark, right? Is it just the armor and possibly his mouth?
It's hard to tell. I think it looks like his body is kind of made out of a translucent teal-y green plastic, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It's hard to tell with this rendering, but it might be kind of a translucent color, sort of Scarecrow. Yeah.
Terrence St. John brings up a good point and has a good question. I'm not sure if the two-tone cape is just the interior lit up or the armor glow. That's interesting. And I'm trying to think, does this look like a plastic cape or a soft goods cape?
It definitely looks like a soft goods cape because you can see, it's hard for the audience to see it, but you can see the materials fibers in the texture of it.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. So again, and the hood looks like it's soft goods too. So that's awesome.
Which I think is great. I love that about this one.
Yeah.
It needs to be soft goods because it's it's flowing. He's flying in the wind.
Yeah. It's so funny because people were puzzled what this thing was. And I think when Roy Juarez released the box art for this, Instagram just compresses the heck out of these photos. And so if you zoom in, it just looks like a pixely mess.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was hard to tell. But that's him.
Wanted to ask Toy Sorceress, if they're
Yes.
making like brand new characters and things like this, like there's like this line could go on forever, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we could just keep going and going, and there's so many deep cuts, and then they keep splintering off the line in all these different sublines with brand new characters. They can keep going forever, and we haven't even scratched the surface on anything from the Powers of Grayskull yet,
Right.
or Princess of Power. And I'm saying that with a nod to you, Michael. You know why?
Yes, I do know why. Yeah, so yeah, I hope this figure looks very awesome in person, because yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. So
Yeah,
hopefully...
and he's going to be a Walmart exclusive.
I know. Yeah, I was hoping at least like Terror and Lord Grasp were like a 2-pack or something. At least like they're like packed inside a box instead of a card that Walmart can't like damage too much.
Bash up. I know. And then like this one, Necro-a would be perfect for a Mattel Creations exclusive, because they've been doing actually a pretty good job of supplying enough of them where if you wanted one in at least the first half hour or so, or an hour, you can buy it. And then we would probably be guaranteed to get this, but now we got to go hunting in Walmart stores, and God knows how that's going to end up.
Yeah. The distribution around my area for Walmart, I never see new stuff. And so I have to rely on good people of the community like Rob 2023 and Joe Coleman, who have saved the day many times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff was amazing, but there were also some things that were missing from the San Diego Comic-Con reveals. And so I don't know what you think about this. So I guess, okay, they said that they are finishing out the, I guess, vintage MOTU Origins on Mattel Creations. So I feel like these figures are like, they didn't put these on here because they're not just maybe regular retail releases. And so these are maybe reserved for Mattel Creations.
My theory on this, Michael,
break it down.
Besides Night Stalker, the rest of these 4 figures have incredibly detailed and more complex tooling and action features to them. So my theory is that they're still working out, the engineering on them, and they weren't quite ready yet for this, fall, spring-ish, late spring release or whatever. So I think they're going to be in the next batch. I'm sure they're trying to work out Cyclone Spin action. Maybe they're going to do something with Snout Spout. I don't know, but of course Extendar has, all of his extension pieces that have to go on there, and Stonedar, of course, you got to be able to make them into a rock. So there you go. That's what they all have in common. As far as Night Stalker, why they didn't announce him, they haven't really announced vehicles and these kind of figure drops in a long time. I think the last one we had was like a year back when they showed the Roton, and that was it. The other vehicles have been just kind of like dropped in throughout the line. So I'm not taking too much stock that they haven't showed Night Stalker, but the other figures, that's my guess. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that sounds about right. And yeah, especially because a lot of the figures that came at the end of the line when, the line was getting canceled back in the 80s were these really new figures that they needed to do a lot of tooling to. The only wild card here is Snout Spout. And I'm wondering, because they usually don't typically put Masterverse figures up on Mattel Creations, but they could here, because it's a new sculpt. Basically, there's a lot of just upgrades that Snout Spout has, and maybe they're holding him back for Mattel Creations. I definitely think the other 4 here will be on Mattel Creations, but
me too.
Right?
Yeah, and we already know that because they said the vintage figures were supposed to be going on Mattel Creations eventually. Although these drops we got here were all either going to Walmart or Target, so they've kind of changed their tune on that a little.
Yeah, I highly doubt this Giraffe, but maybe they had to halt the production of the Sky Tree because they wanted to go with your name that you called him. Like, I think it was the Fruity Tree guy. He will always be the Fruity Tree guy to me. So
he looks like the Fruity Tree guy from the McDonald Lamb playset to me.
Yeah, maybe it could be used for Fruit of the Loom or something. Who knows?
There you go.
But yeah, we're And actually, Mattel Creations just redid their calendar for October. So yeah, that I think the only thing that is dropping for Masters is that V-Friends 2-pack. So we'll have to wait a little longer for these guys.
Yeah, Danny Phillips brings up a good point. Motherboard was Mattel Creations and Vicor as well, both Masterverse figures. So they did do it. And you know, the vintage figures are supposed to be going to Mattel Creations as well. So maybe when Mattel actually did say the vintage, and I'm using air quotes, the vintage figures of the line, because all of these are original vintage figures.
Yep.
Probably going to be on Mattel Creations. The new Lord Grass, Terror, and Necro-a, and of course, you know, the Stranger Things crossover. Those are like new characters. So maybe that's why they were probably specific, and they're going to retail still. That makes sense.
This is probably what's going to happen to my V-Friend Skelly. Or maybe he'll be cute and I'll fall in love with him, and maybe you'll see him somewhere in my display.
You know what you need to do is like kind of like put them like looky and like just place them in different places during our live stream that you're not going to notice, and people have to like find where he is on every episode.
That's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot.
That's cool. Then he'll be our little mascot, just like Wee Beastie was for us.
Right. Oh, little wee beastie, Mr. Oopsie Poopsie.
Exactly.
All right. I think that was all on the news from the drop today. Just wanted to show a photo that got sent to us via Instagram next, and just confirming the fan favorite selections that we've seen, either listings pop up. So on Entertainment Earth, there was a listing that popped up for a specialty assortment. Merman was not a part of that assortment, but Trapjaw, Ninjor, and King Randor were, and also Web Store. So you can pre-order that on Entertainment Earth now if you've missed out on those figures. And it's actually cool that they are re-releasing these things, because King Randor, love your Burger King reference to him on the article that you wrote for the site.
If you guys missed it, we did a little article on that late last night, and I said, you know, have it your way. You can have the fan favorite King Randor, and of course, he's got a little Burger King thing on his crown, and he's holding a burger, so I had to do it.
Oh, here we go. So,
oh my god, I'm gonna have to share that one for a second, but
oh, totally.
So confirmed that these are all fan favorites, because you can see them right there. So that is that's pretty awesome that they got it.
I guess also the distribution was pretty much a nightmare for like the first, like, I don't know, 4 or 5, actually indefinitely for this line. It's been an S show. So
yeah, it absolutely has. And there is the Burger King Randor himself.
Wait, he has an actual burger in his hand?
He has a burger in his hand.
So cool. Like, do you just have like a random burger, or is that photoshopped?
You'll have to figure that out yourself.
All right, fine.
That's what's cool. That's what's cool about it. He got his Whopper. He had it his way.
Oh my gosh. You know what, Mattel, they totally missed out on this collaboration, seriously, because why are you doing a Stranger Things collaboration? You should totally do a Burger King collaboration.
Oh, totally. And I don't know if you noticed, but the color scheme on our thumbnail for that article was Burger King themed.
So many deep cuts to 80s references. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Oh, geez. They should release the Sorceress Buzz Off and Naked Stratos as fan faves. Yeah, you can still find those at retail. It's so funny. They should totally do that.
I saw them at Walmart Sunday, actually.
It's so funny. I'll bet you we'll see those like when April Fool's Day comes around. I'm sure people will Photoshop.
Yeah.
Idea.
The fan favorite like little logo on the corner. That'd be hilarious. Yeah. There are no cows in Eternia, so they can't have any cheeseburgers there.
Where are the cows? Space cows.
Space cows. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
What do they eat then?
I don't know. I don't know what Eternia grass is. Maybe we'll travel there someday.
Yeah, that would be so cool. Oh my god, how cool would this be? Dave Chanelli says new MOTU character, Jack in the Boot or Jack in the Box.
Yeah, Jack in the Box. Yes, that would be amazing. Yeah,
Oh my
they're
god, it
missing
was like
out on
these little.
so many opportunities.
They should do like pop culture characters in like the MOTU book.
Oh my gosh,
Like
they should.
that would be so awesome.
Yeah, I was reading an Instagram post from this guy. I think he started in 2016. He
Mhm.
started like a Wrestlers of the Universe line, and so like you can see basically the mashup of like Big Boss Man, who was a sheriff character, and he called him Big Moss Man. So it's basically Moss Man in a in a sheriff outfit. So it's really
That's
cool.
hilarious because I saw someone who made a custom of Moss Man who looked like Bob Ross, the painter with the
Yeah,
big afro on his head, and he had a
I
little
love it.
palette and a paintbrush. It was hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what else do we need to talk about? So yeah, just I guess keep your eyes peeled for an update at the lovely hour of 6 in the morning when the
Mhm.
Entertainment Earth drop is coming. So we will happily be working our little heinies off to get those on the website. Oops, and I
Mhm.
think the Toy
Oh,
Sorceress
one
has. There we go. Oh, wait, let's see. Is she back yet? But you have a really, I'm going to take a screenshot of your face because you look really cool. And hopefully she stays on. But if she doesn't and has to come back, I will get us all out of here. All right. Sorry, I'm taking screenshots because that just looks hilarious. So I'm sure her internet crashed out on her. But yeah, really
Oh,
excited.
I'm back.
Oh, good. Okay, you're
I
back.
heard you the entire time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I
you're
could
like,
just.
Michael, don't take screenshots.
I'm like, I'm still here. I'm still here. One thing that we did want to mention was that the Mondo Beastman pre-order dropped this morning, and it's up for
Yeah.
10 days. So if you want to order Mondo Beastman, go for it. He looks so cool.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, and I thought I like the price is a lot, but I actually thought he would be like 300 plus. So at
Yeah,
least it's sub 300.
it is reasonable. Absolutely, Terry Anderson. Burger King would totally destroy Ronald McDonald in a fight.
You should
I should set those up.
Yes. Yes, you have so many McDonald's characters, you could totally make that work.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome.
That's awesome. All right, y'all. We hope that you are excited about the new stuff, and we actually have like a timeline now for when we could get these. And of course, we don't know when they are going to come out and like in what order, but we're going to do our darndest to track that info down, as you know.
Yep. As far as we know, Mattel said they're going to start showing up November 1st in retail, and then beyond that. So they'll probably be phasing out the releases and going throughout the winter and the spring of next year, 2024. So, there's a lot of figures, so they'll just be dropping them, sequentially, I guess.
Pretty cool.
So just stay tuned to our website to know what wave assortments are coming up.
Yes. And yeah, I think I'm going to put out the Man at Arms review probably sometime in the wee early morning as I am waking up with my coffee to see what Entertainment Earth has in store for us. So
there you go. I'll go in slightly tomorrow. It's my one of 2 days a week that I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Sleeping.
Yeah. So,
well, awesome.
I'll let you take that one. I got up at 5 today.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I can totally do that. Well, awesome. It was great to see everybody. And yeah, just love talking about this with everyone. And yeah, I think this is the only place where I get to talk about this stuff because nobody gets me.
Aw, and we all get you. Want to say hi to Neil Hunter Hyde, who just popped in.
Neil.
Great to remember. Catch it on the replay, Neil.
He is awesome. All right, y'all. Well, we will see you. We got to figure out a time for our stream this coming weekend, but we will definitely see you. And I hope everybody has a great night and you're looking forward to all this amazing MOTU goodness.
Yeah. Have a great night, y'all. Head over to toyhabits.com. You can get all of this news firsthand and then drool all over the awesome photos.
What she said. Night, y'all.